You train consistently, you push yourself hard, but when you look in the mirror, nothing really seems to change. Your strength doesn't improve, your physique is stuck, and your motivation starts to fade. But what if the problem isn't how much you train, but what you're leaving out? A lot of people skip fundamental exercises because they don't look flashy, they don't go viral on social media, or they demand more technique and focus. The result? A workout that seems complete but is full of holes. A body that looks like it's moving but is actually stuck. In this video, you'll discover the 5 most underrated exercises in bodybuilding and why you'll regret leaving them aside. Each one of them can unlock strength, correct flaws, and accelerate your results like no other. Watch until the end, because the last one on the list is precisely the most ignored. And it may be what your body is missing to finally evolve. And why do these powerful exercises end up being forgotten? Because most people set up their workouts wrong from the start. They follow what's trending on social media, copy the series of the latest influencer, choose what's fun or easy, and not what really transforms. Without a strategy, there's no evolution. Disorganized workouts without real progression create the illusion of effort. You feel like you're doing your part, but your body feels like it's wasting time. The truth is simple. If you avoid the right exercises just because they're demanding or can't take selfies, you're throwing away the opportunity to build strength, correct imbalances, and truly evolve. That's exactly why we're starting this list now. From here on out, each exercise revealed has the power to change your body and your performance, if you stop ignoring what really matters. Let's start with an exercise that everyone knows, but few perform with consistency and technique: the free squat. This is the first on the list because it is, without exaggeration, a complete bodybuilder. But why is it so avoided? Simple. It is difficult, uncomfortable, and exposes weaknesses. Squatting correctly requires mobility, stability, strength, and control. Things that not everyone wants to train. In addition, many are afraid of getting injured, so they swap squats for machines that give a false sense of security. But here's the truth. No exercise activates so many muscles at the same time with so much intensity. Glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, abs, lower back, everything works together. Not to mention the hormonal effect. Squats stimulate the release of testosterone and GH, accelerating muscle growth throughout the body. If you are looking for stronger legs, a defined butt, and even more explosiveness in other movements, squats are non-negotiable. And there's no excuse. Start with dumbbells, goblet squats, Smith machine. The important thing is to really include it in your routine. You don't need to squat 100 kilograms tomorrow, but you need to start yesterday, and that changes everything. If squats are underestimated due to their difficulty, push-ups are ignored due to their simplicity. Many people see this movement as an exercise for beginners, something too easy to generate significant results. But this is a completely mistaken view. When performed correctly, push-ups are one of the most complete exercises for the upper body. They work the chest, triceps, deltoids, core, and even shoulder stability. And the best part is that you don't need equipment or a gym, just your body and a little space. But what really makes push-ups special is their ability to evolve. If they're too easy, you can increase the intensity with variations. Diamond push-ups to activate the triceps more. Decline push-ups to focus on the upper chest, or even the dreaded clap push-ups, which require muscular explosion. Underestimating this exercise is a serious mistake. While many are stuck on bench press machines with limited range of motion, those who master the push-up build functional strength, endurance, and body control. It's no wonder this is one of the favorite exercises of military and high-performance athletes. If you really want to improve, go back to the basics and do it right. The foundations are more powerful than you might think. If there's one exercise that's essential for building a solid, powerful back, but that many avoid out of sheer discomfort, it's the bent-over row. It's not a glamorous move, it doesn't make for pretty videos for social media, and it requires more technique than pulling a lever on a machine. Maybe that's why it's so often overlooked. But here's the secret. The bent over row is one of the most effective exercises for developing your lats, traps, lower back, and even your core. Each repetition forces your body to stabilize your posture, correct misalignments, and, most importantly, strengthen the muscles that support your spine. It's a brute strength builder that improves your performance in virtually every other movement, from deadlifts to bench presses. Most people avoid it because it's uncomfortable, or because they don't master the technique, but that's a serious mistake. Performed correctly, the bent over row improves posture, width, and density of the back in a way that few exercises can. And what's more, it corrects a common imbalance in many workouts. Too much focus on the chest and not enough work on the back. If you want a balanced and strong physique, you can't ignore this exercise. Start light. Adjust the inclination of your torso, focus on the perfect movement, and watch your back gain volume and definition like you've never seen before. We have reached the exercise that is perhaps the most powerful and complete on this list, the deadlift. This movement is, literally, the representation of picking up weight from the floor and standing up with it. Something so basic and essential that it should be mandatory in any workout. But curiously, it is one of the most avoided exercises in gyms. The main reason? Fear and lack of technique. Many people think that the deadlift is dangerous for the back, and in fact, it can be, if it is poorly executed. But the truth is that, when done correctly, it is one of the best exercises to strengthen not only the back, but also the glutes, legs, core, forearms, and even the grip. It is an exercise that builds real strength, the kind that you use on a daily basis. In addition, the deadlift is one of the exercises that most activates anabolic hormones in the body, such as testosterone and growth hormone. This means that it not only improves your performance, but accelerates the gain of muscle mass throughout the body. And that is exactly why great athletes and bodybuilders never leave it out. If you're afraid to start easy. Use the Romanian deadlift variation to target your hamstrings and gain stability. Learn the technique, adjust your form, and gradually increase the weight. The results will come, and you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Avoiding the deadlift is choosing to stagnate. Including it in your routine is choosing to build real strength. Finally, we come to the most underrated exercise on this list, the isometric plank. You may have seen this movement countless times and even thought it was too easy to be worth doing. But that's a completely wrong idea. The isometric plank is the exercise responsible for creating a solid foundation of stability and core strength, something that many people neglect. And here's the key point. A strong core isn't just for having defined abs, it's the foundation for all other movements. Want to squat better? Strengthen your core. Want to bench press more? Strengthen your core. Even your deadlift form depends on the stability of your abs. And the plank doesn't just work your abs, it activates your glutes, lower back, shoulders, and even your legs. All of this without the need for weights, without equipment, and anywhere. And best of all, there are endless variations to increase the challenge, such as the side plank, the moving plank, and the unstable plank with a ball or moving surfaces. Underestimating this exercise is ignoring the foundation of your entire muscular stability. If you really want to have control over your body and avoid injuries, the plank needs to be part of your training. And seriously, with progression and consistency. Now that you know the 5 exercises you can no longer ignore, it's time to reflect on how you've been structuring your workouts. If your physique isn't improving or your strength isn't increasing, it might be because you've neglected these movements that are the foundation of efficient bodybuilding. Free squats, push-ups, bent over rows, deadlifts, and isometric planks. They're not the flashiest, they don't appear in every social media video, but they're the true builders of strength and muscle definition. These are the exercises that balance your body, correct flaws, and unlock new levels of performance. Now the question is, how many of these have you been ignoring? The good news is that it's never too late to correct that. Start implementing them and notice the difference. Your body will thank you, and so will your results. Now that you know the 5 exercises you can no longer ignore, it's time to take action. Tell me in the comments, which of these are you going to add to your workout today? Share your experience and help others understand the importance of these movements. If this video made you realize the mistakes that were holding you back, send it to that friend who is still doing only the basics at the gym. Sometimes, a simple change can transform results. And if you want more tips like this to really improve your workouts, subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll learn what really works